Yo guys, welcome to number 11 of the vlog. and again, the same cycle continues. Go to work, come back. But this time, today I'm going to be talking about what it's like to work in fast food retail. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not going to be exactly the same across everything, and not everyone's going to have the exact same experiences, but you'd get the point. So when people talk about fast food or working there, per se, most people end up thinking about food. I mean, you're not wrong to, but if you want to, think about food as a whole. What do I mean by think about food in a whole? So I'm talking about, think about it as fast food, obviously. Think about it as bad food, good food, cleaning food, prepping food, baking, everything that comes with the notion of food. Because most people just think about it as, oh, you get to eat, or you get to do other stuff like eat, but they don't give too much attention to what it's gonna entail. So, whenever people talk about it, they usually just talk about it as just selling food, which is usually pre-made. But for instance, over at Subway, with most of the stuff we do, e.g. bread making, tomatoes, onions, cucumbers, all those stuff are actually prepped within the store. So all of these things are prepared and cut specifically, especially the worst that Subway does, the cheese. We actually have to hand pick and lay them in that order. So when you think about fast food, you're not just thinking about selling food. You're not just thinking about the good side of maybe having to be able to eat cookies. Like, I personally thought about it like this for like the whole time that I was applying for jobs. So when I finally applied for Subway, the first thing I was thinking about was a lot of food. This is my favorite fast food restaurant. All this thing is gonna be crazy sick. Like, I didn't really realize how much work is actually put into it. Like, you look at people over at McDonald's and stuff like that, and you're like, oh, it takes someone with a really low IQ. It doesn't take someone with a really low IQ. I mean, someone with a low IQ could do it. Someone with a high IQ could fail at doing it. So, like, I mean, it's just one of those jobs, really. You really have to think of it from a different perspective from what you see on the surface. I mean, even besides food area, think about the trouble you have to go through as a worker. Usual customer service. You're gonna have a ton of customers that are just absolute pricks. Like, today, I've already come across about 3 of them. Either super rude, either people that you can clearly see looking down on you, or some other crazy. Like, this place is so polluted with noise, it's unbelievable. But like, you have all of that, and you also have the problem of cleaning up, which no one actually thinks of. The good thing about Subway is it's not exactly partitioned into sections where you're like hired specifically for this job, specifically for that, where you're like a customer advisor or something like that. It's more of being hired and everyone does the same job. Like, I do a lot of stuff the manager does, whereas the manager obviously takes a step higher and does some back-end paperwork and stuff like that I don't do, which I'm very much happy about. But everyone cleans, everyone washes up. Like, washing up, you don't understand. Washing up isn't funny. Like, I said like a million times right now. I need to stop saying like, but I've washed a ton of stuff in just this week alone. I reckon I've washed over 200 different items, and that's what I usually do on an average for week into week basis. Like, no one actually thinks of this stuff like that. So mopping the floors, cleaning the tables, lifting heavy stuff. No one actually sees that as part of the work of the subway worker. All they see is someone putting together a sandwich. As a matter of fact, obviously, that's what you see on the surface, but it's a lot deeper than that. And to other people who are thinking of applying into these places, stop thinking about it as a 2D sort of job. It's a lot more layered than you could see. And a lot of people don't realize, as a subway worker, you have to go through something called Subway University, which is actually quite cringy thinking about it, but you have to go through that and watch about, it's definitely over 22 hours of videos to teach you how to do everything, and that's beside actually doing it on the job. So that is actually some crazy stuff. So for anyone who thinks working in a fast food restaurant is just a little, or just a small task, it really isn't. Obviously you have to take care of stuff that is out of date, take care of all these kind of different things, and that's like the average subway worker if you really think about it, especially when it comes down to people like me who do night closes, which a lot of times is a piss take because you have encounters with drunk people actually being actual pricks. So little things can help, like people being polite, people just being nice on a daily basis. That's just something you should do normally. I mean, if you have a bad day, there are some exceptions, but you should try as much as you can to be nice to people and not treat them based on some random idea. Even if you had an idea of it, that's just a prejudiced way of thinking. Don't do that. A lot of people work hard, and you also don't even understand what that specific person's going through or how they got in that position. So remember to keep that in mind the next time you're walking into a fast food restaurant. It's really important. I work from like about 12 p.m. to 11 a.m. Yeah. Like, what am I doing with my life? Like, whenever I think about it, I'm like, I really should just drop this job and go do something cool with my life, but everyone's got to have money, and that's just a whole different story for another day. So think about what I'm doing with my life, really. I mean, last night I went to bed about 4 a.m. to wake up about 8 a.m. this morning, and most people are like, what do you actually do with your time? What are you doing? One, I was editing the video for yesterday. I didn't actually do any of the work I said I was going to do yesterday. I tried doing it, but YouTube took over again, and I spent all my time either just staring at the work for like 2 hours or just not doing any of it at all. So that's one thing about me. I get distracted really easily. It's crazy. Alright guys, literally just finished. It's about 11:30 right now. I feel like dropping dead. Yeah, it's been a crazy day. Like, now I need to get home and edit this video enough to drop it this morning or tonight. We'll see what happens, but thanks very much for watching. Yeah. See you later.